Good morning, friends and followers. Welcome to my video of today. I want to introduce my book Between Times, Zwischen den Zeiten, Musik für die Rauhnächte, Music for the rough nights. And yes, I'm often asked by my English-speaking followers, friends, customers, what is that about this rough nights, Rauhnächte in Germany? And as far as I know, the traditions for these 12 holy nights between Christmas and Epiphany are quite different in different countries. And as well in Germany, they're all different in different cities and regions. And after reading an introduction made by my mom, because she is a tour guide in Germany and she is doing tours to that subject, the Rauhnächte. She made an introduction to my book. I'm going to show you a few insights and thoughts, how to play my pieces and which night belongs to which piece. You need a lever harp with 34 strings like my Kammerkamine here, but first I read the introduction to you. The nights between Christmas and Epiphany have historically been a time full of magic, mystery and enchantment, accompanied by many rituals, songs and customs, but also a time for calm and contemplation. It is the time of the year when the sun seems to stand still, laborers lay down their tools, night lords reign over day, and Odin, god of jewel, rides forth. In contrast to the familiar English tradition of the 12 days of Christmas, ending in the 12th night, the Germanic tradition counts the 12 nights instead, known as Rauhnächte, rough nights. A time when spirits and fearsome demons roamed the lodge during the darkness, those attempt in their ways could endeavor to win their favor. Those who did not, may God save their souls. Humans have observed the natural world and the course of the sun and the moon in particular since prehistorical times. The difference between a solar and a lunar year is a period 12 days long, which is why people included an extra 12 special days between the other month, those days without a moon, the sacred 12. It's still a tradition in Germany to call these days the time between the years, or even the time between times. The name Rauhnacht, rough night, can be tracked back to Räuchern, smoke, smoking, the practice of burning incense to purify house and home, ready to welcome the new year. Alternatively, the name may refer to Rauchwaren, a various term for hairy, thick felt. Across the continent, many different customs have developed over the centuries. Each day stood for a month in the year to come, for example, and was interpreted accordingly. One, therefore, had to especially take care in one's activities on these days to ensure that the year would turn out well. Cards were read, oracular texts consulted, and Bleigießen, where molten lead is dropped into cold water to produce an object prophesying the caster's year ahead, offered an enigmatic glimpse of the future. Fire and noise-making were also used to keep evil at bay. Above all, no one was to work during this time, with the laundry being a matter of particular concern. Odin, who led his entourage on the wild hunt through the stormy skies of the Rauhnächte, rough nights, could namely ride down to pluck away a piece of linen. This was then returned in the course of the year as a winding sheet. Since our ancestors also believed the chariot of the sun stood idle between the years, no human wheel, from cartwheels to spinning wheels, was allowed to turn. Threshing stopped, and sewing was laid aside, since the hand describes a circle when performing these kinds of work. Anyone disobeying these rules was doomed to have the house consumed by fire, and the very stones turned to wolves who serenaded its destruction in concert with their howls. Hope for humankind was finally rekindled with the dawning of Epiphany. After 12th night, the darkness slowly gave ground, with each new year being one cock-crow longer. And with the sacred 12th finally passed, the transition to the new year was therefore complete. Yeah, and this is where I'm coming in with my music. And the first rough night, Rauhnacht, is the most peaceful night of all. It's called Holy Evening, Heiligabend. And you have this little theme of Holy Evening, of Silent Night in the beginning of the piece. And then you have a little bass theme. And a bit of snow in the right hand. Very good practice for the right hand, for those snowflakes to fall. And then you just have a nice theme, like a song in the right hand. Yeah, this is Holy Evening, Heiligabend, the first rough night. And in the second night, we are then between times, which is like this floating between the years, which I describe in the piece. So you just have nice chords. Just floating and relaxing between the years as an opening to this bit spooky time. The next one is called Rükelwag. This is for smoking with incense. You need a special lever. You need a special levers, the D and the G, to make a pentatonic, to have this lovely. And then you have a lot of glisses. And a little theme here. And then as well a lot of, this is smoke. And then a lot of floating smoke going through the house, like. yeah, this is as well not difficult to play. Rükelwag is the piece called. In my region, this is a dialect, Plattdeutsch we say, and it is Rükelwag is the word for smoking with incense. Yeah, and the next one is the one about oracling, and this is called Orakel, and this is maybe made for tarot cards, just to see into the future. And you need the levers for F major, which I did now. And you have this a bit dramatic intro. What will future bring? What will the cards say? And then the melody starts. It's not difficult to play, just chords in the left hand, broken chords in one direction, you don't have to go up and down. And then there's one lever change on the second page of the piece, but that is as well not a problem. Where we are there. You have time just to grab this one C lever, do an arpeggio, put it back, and so even for beginners, I think this is definitely doable. Yeah, the next one is called Leinentuch. This is a piece of linen, and it describes this Odin who comes and brings it back as a drought. So you have a very dark introduction here. And then on the next page we have a funeral march then. So as well, a very slow, dark, moody piece, linen, the Leinentuch. Next one is called Rauhnacht, the rough night, and you need tools. You can take a mallet from a singing bowl. I just use my tuning key to just slap the deepest C string, and then for the melody I use a Glockenspiel thing. I don't know any word for it. Sorry, my English left me in this minute. So the rough night is as well just those bells here in the bass. And then the melody comes in played. And in the middle of the piece, you put your mallet down. It's a mallet, sorry for me. And you start to play this with a hand. What is sometimes a bit difficult, you heard it, that you don't just hit the C, but you hit as well the D. You can dampen this two strings with a shawl or something. Then you don't have to be concerned about just to hit the C. The background of this piece for me was just those bells. The bell which was ringing and ringing and ringing. And those were, yeah, this is a ritual. People singing a ritual. And the snow in an open field. Yeah, this was the background for me. The idea behind the Rauhnächte, the Rauhnacht. Yes, and then we are at the day of New Year's evening, and the next piece is called Firework. And then you have all those rockets and fireworks getting up to the sky. You have descending notes in both hands, always 3. So a very nice etude again, maybe for Rouet, or for so many pieces in the harp literature. You can use this for practicing, and as well it's a nice piece for the rough nights, for the day of New Year's evening. So the 8th rough night, then Odin comes with his people and with his wagon driving over the sky, and he's chasing everything away, and as well your linen if you are not careful. And this is the very quick yes, a very energetic and wild piece for the wild hunt in the sky from Odin with this wagon. 8th rough night. The 9th rough night is called Roggenmumme. I don't think that there's any translation for this. The Roggenmumme is a demon which comes into your bedroom if you are not clearing up your sewing stuff. Then the Roggenmumme comes and get you in your sleep. So it's a very, very spooky ghost. And you need a special lever combination here as well. So you lift all your levers, you just let down the F's and the C's. And then those ghost is slowly coming into your chamber. On toe tips. Hear her sneaking. She does this. Little dance, which is kind of horror. I was always afraid about that Roggenmumme when I was a child. So the next night is cause even more difficult. The Rummelpott. You need the C major for your harp, which is E, A, B, rearranging here. Okay. Yes, the Rummelpott, this is something the children make. It's a musical instrument. You take a pot for flowers, put a leather over it, put a hole in it, and then put something like a broom or a piece of wood, stick of wood inside. And if you then lift it and put it out, it's like ooh, 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 ooh. And this is called Rummelpott. It's like a howling of those wolves. And then the children are making those instruments, going from house to house to collect sweeties. And this is, I think, a very common traditional as well for Halloween. And we have this Rummelpott laufen. And I made a piece for it. Of course, it starts very spooky again because everything is spooky in those nights. And then you hear the children knocking. The knocking gets louder. Yeah, and then you have to give some sweeties for the children. That keeps the bad spirits and bad ghosts, demons away from your house. Then you paid for not getting any visitors like demons. This is, Rauhnächte number 10. Next one is one of my favorite demons, die Percht, Frau Perchta. And I just made a piece of she's spooky and she's not one of the good ones, but I see her dancing rumba. Yeah, what do you need for this piece? All levers down, no problem. You need a slap bass for the left hand and arpeggios with a melody included in the right hand. I think that's just a fun piece. I love to play it when I do my concerts for the rough nights. The Percht is always my favorite. Yeah, with the last piece, it's for Epiphany. We are coming back to the 3 holy kings, Kings of Orient. And this is as well the piece by John Henry Hopkins Jr., which I put into this idea of Dreikönigstag. So with a lovely introduction of seeing the holy kings coming. And then you hear the melody of the tune. As well, not difficult to play. Melody line in the right hand and in the left hand. Just chords. Yeah, and this is the 12th night, and all those booking stops, and the new year can be good and hopeful and started with a fresh mood. Yeah, and if you want to hear all those pieces in a row played by me, please follow my YouTube channel, because I'm now launching my rough night calendar. There's another tradition in Germany, it's called Advent calendar. So you have for every day in Advent, this, from the 1st of December to the 24th of December, you have a little door to open, and there's something behind it, like a piece of chocolate for children, or or whatever, nice quote or something for adults. And I do a rough night calendar this year, starting with a 21st of December, which is the day of solstice. So in some traditions the rough nights are starting there, and I have a special piece there as well for solstice, winter solstice, which describes as well something special. In some regions where I live, North Friesland, the bells didn't stop ringing for 12 days in these nights. And you have to imagine there was a very quiet time in not modern times. And you must imagine what this bell ringing for 12 days made with the people. So it must have been very impressive. You have those bells here, and the piece is not in the book, but you can buy it. It's called Winter Solstice. It starts here with little bells. And you have big bells here. Yes, and all those pieces you can listen to in my rough night calendar. Just check my YouTube channel, it's all in there. If you want to play with me, you can buy my book. It's 20 euros in the year 2023. Just send me an email. I will put everything under this video. I don't have a shop system, unfortunately, on my website, but you can always just order via email, and I will send you the book as a PDF worldwide, or in Germany, or sometimes in Europe, depends on the postage, as well as a printed version. So yeah, now I just say have a very good time. I hope you can enjoy the rough nights for getting a bit more clearness and getting a lot of strength for the new year. I think we all can need it. And so I say goodbye, hope to see you soon.